Hello and welcome to AttractWell Office Hours. I'm Coach Ashley, and in today's training, we're going to learn how to set yourself up for your best year yet with AttractWell. So today we will get into creating your best year yet starting today, and we will share some Black Friday exclusives. So first, happy Thanksgiving. We are based in the US and are celebrating with our families today, and that is why instead of having our live call, we are sharing this pre-recorded training as a premiere with you on YouTube. We want to really let you know how grateful we are to be a part of your life and your business. It means the world to us that we are able to support your purpose and your mission and to help you take your gifts to the world. So today we are grateful for you, and we hope that you enjoy what you learned here today. So we are usually live here at 2 p.m. Eastern US time on Zoom and streaming in our Facebook group every Thursday. And if you'd like to join us on our next live session, you can go to attractwell.com/office hours to get on the list and sign up for our next live session. If you'd like to work together live, we do set aside time on our weekly live calls to work together. You can go to attractwell.com/work review to share the time that works with you, as well as the details of what you would like to talk about, and you can reserve an upcoming spot on a live call. And if you are in the midst of getting things done, maybe you're transferring things over, migrating to AttractWell from one or many platforms, or you just have an idea in mind and you'd like some expert hands, you can go to attractwell.com/concierge to learn about our qualified team and how they can help you get things done. So today we are going to be talking about, as promised, how to create your best year yet by creating momentum in your business. Now, I'm from the South, and this is the way that I grew up hearing this, and it may sound different depending on where you're from, but the saying goes, if you do what you've always done, you'll get what you've always got, which basically is another way of talking about the law of insanity, right? If you keep doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, then you might not be quite right in the head, right? So what we're talking about here is the true but uncomfortable reality that bears repeating, that in order for us to see different results, we often have to do something different, and often that different thing that we do requires a change. Change is uncomfortable, and changing ourselves is the most uncomfortable. And ultimately, that is what we typically need to do. We need to make a change inside of ourselves so that we can impact change in our business and, of course, the world around us. So what that looks like is taking ownership of our power to make decisions, to learn from the decisions that we've made, good or bad, and stepping into a higher level of how we can be operating and deciding to become that version of yourself who achieves the things that you seek. See, growth isn't comfortable. And we as human beings, as mammals, we are programmed to seek comfort and not discomfort. And that comfort zone that we find ourselves in is often one that is triggered by a desire to not stretch and grow. Now, if you're here today, there's a solid chance that all of this is very familiar to you. Sometimes it just bears repeating with a little gentle reminder as we think about looking ahead to create a new life, a new year that's better than the one before. We do have to pause and reflect on how we can be different next year than we were this year if we want our outcomes to be different in the coming year. So your best year begins with accepting the fact that in order for things to change, we must change, right? And if we do what we've always done, we'll get what we always got. So from there, once we've accepted that truth, it's time to get real with ourselves. So let's get real and get clear on what we need to do to create our best year yet. And this begins with a series of questions. Because this is a recording, I invite you to pause this recording and actually write down the answers to these questions, or maybe even write the questions down, screenshot them, whatever you like to do, so that you can do something with them. So the first question that you want to ask yourself is, what do I want my life to look like? From there, what income does my business need to produce or generate in order for me to create that life that I want? Then, what milestones need to be reached in order for me to create that income? That milestone might be launching and filling a group program. It might be signing up 10 clients, whatever that looks like, booking 12 speaking engagements. What milestones need to be reached in your unique business to create that income? And then what is the next milestone? What is the one that is closest to you right now? And what's needed to reach it? Finally, how much time am I willing to commit on a daily or weekly basis to reach that next milestone and the next one from there? And what measures will I put in place to help ensure I stay in action and don't revert back to the comfortable things that I used to do that did not get me the results that I want? So once we've answered those questions, we will then have clarity on the goal that we're aiming for first. So that first milestone, go ahead and add a date to it and be realistic. It might be helpful for you to consider creating your first milestone as something that is quite a bit closer to you than some of your more lofty, audacious goals. The reason why is we need to make sure that we are building in opportunities to win so that we aren't fatiguing ourselves out of the chance of making a change, right? So let's be realistic based on the time that you're able to commit and set the first milestone to something that is fairly easy for you to achieve so that you are able to celebrate, reward yourself. This is a psychological trick that will help you to get the rest of these things done more easily. So our goal here is transformation, right? This is not a hustle game. This is about becoming, stepping into the shoes of who we need to be so that we can take those next steps, walk into that next stage of our business and our life. So if we're going to be transformed, then we've got to walk in clear-headed and willing to do the work, right? So from here, we can plan what our action looks like. So our plan, the formula for your plan, is roughly as follows. First, what are we selling? I want you to focus on a primary offer that you will focus on selling to reach at least your first, if not your first several milestones. So this may be that you are going to set a goal of getting 2 clients. Maybe that is the nearest best goal for you to reach for, which is great. Something that is achievable and that's achievable soon so that you can provide that part of your brain with the dopamine hit of a reward and a win, then good, right? So whatever that might look like, what are you going to sell and in what quantity to reach your first milestones? That could be your one-on-one time. It could be a program. It could be something you already have. It could be something you create. Up to you, but you got to pick it. Then you want to decide what tools you're going to use to close the deal, right? So this would be what you use to present or to sell, and then of course to close. So this can range pretty broadly based on your business, who you're selling to, and what it is that you're selling. This could be a video. It could be something that you create in Canva that is a PDF that you share via email. It could be a slide deck that you go through, much as I am right now, demonstrating a presentation in person or virtually, whatever that might look like for you. So you know what you're selling, and then you know how you're going to sell it and what you're going to use to get those sales made. And make sure that you spend some time getting comfortable with this tool or tools that you'll be using. Your friends and family are a great place to practice here, or if you've got peers, or maybe you want to reach out to someone in the incredible AttractWell community, you might find an accountability partner there, and you can practice your pitch on your newfound friends. So I want you to expect in this momentum building period, especially if the primary offer that you're selling is something that you are newer to selling or you haven't sold very much of it, right? I want you to have an expectation of needing to present and close on a manual basis, meaning you're not going to make these sales with an automated sales funnel out of the gate. You're going to seal the deal manually, conversation with another person using your tools, at least 5, if not 10 times before you go to try to create a fully automated sales funnel. Okay? There's a lot that you can do to increase traffic and to use automation to convert sales, right? Great ways you can do that. Lots of great information out there. Can you do it with AttractWell? 100%. But we're talking about building momentum in your business, which entails not just making sales, but filling your pipeline so that there are more sales to come. And that is something that you do with relationships and with conversations. And then importantly, if you haven't sold on a manual one-on-one basis what you're selling, this primary offer, 5 to 10 times already, you're not going to have an idea with clarity of the best way for you to position the copy and the pitch and anything else that you are going to be utilizing eventually with automation to make those sales reliably. You also want to expect that you need to start at least 5 conversations with leads in order to be able to present and offer an opportunity to sell to one person, right? So not every conversation is going to pan out and not necessarily soon for you to say, I have a thing, would you like to buy it, right? So we're going to have at least 5 conversations that we hope are moving in the direction, prospecting in the direction of being able to make an offer. But that is the first expectation. The next is that you need to expect that these conversations will require multiple touches before it even makes sense for you to offer to sell them something or to pitch, right? To present to them. Now, if any of this language that I'm using here is unfamiliar to you, let me frame it this way. If you are someone who has consults or strategy calls in order to assess whether or not someone is ideal for your business and you're ideal for them as a coach, consultant, or provider, the primary offer you would be selling in this case is either going to be a call with you or a package of calls with you, most likely. The tools that you would use to present information could simply be a call flow, where you have a series of things that you cover together, questions that you ask before you go into outlining the deal and asking for the sale. You may also have a PDF or other printed version for them to reference as they're completing their decision-making process. Okay? Now, expecting to present and close manually, obviously, if you're doing strategy calls, discovery calls, you know that you're going to be getting on calls, right? And you're going to be doing this manually. So this part's a given. But the next expectation here, when we're thinking about getting someone onto a strategy call, what we're talking about here are networking conversations, maybe speaking to people in social media, in the DMs, conversations, emails with people that you meet when you are networking or at conferences, etc. Whatever that prospect pool looks like to you, right? You need to have at least 5 conversations going with the hope that one of them soon might turn into an opportunity for you to get onto a discovery call. Because a discovery call really is like a primary tool of how you close, right? And so for every discovery call that you expect to have, you are going to not only have to have 5 conversations to get the one call, you're going to need to be nurturing conversations with a lot of people for quite some time before the opportunity makes sense to show up to say, hey, we could hop on a call and talk about this, right? Because if you're networking, you obviously don't want to come across the wrong way. All right, so finally, we want to do our math, right? So the easy math here is, I know how much money I want to make. I know how much the thing that I'm selling, the primary thing that I'm selling, costs. And roughly, I know that in order for me to sell this many people, I need to present to this many people. In order for me to be able to present to this many people, I need to have conversations with this many people, right? So we are starting with the answer to the equation, which is the dollar figure of what you want to make. And then you're going to have a multiplier of the cost of whatever it is that you are selling. And then you are going to be working out how many people you ultimately need to be speaking to on a regular basis, conversations you need to keep going in the pipeline, how many presentations or calls in that case you may be aiming to have, maybe on a weekly basis or a daily basis, and then ultimately how many conversations you have so that you can have enough calls so that you can close enough sales. It is a rough idea, obviously. You're not going to know what your closing rate is until you have tracked your data for some time. But that's why I kind of put this rule of 5 here, right? You need to talk to about 5 people to have an opportunity for you to be able to present, and you need to present to at least 5 people for one of them to say yes, right? Okay. Now let's talk about our action steps for growth. First, our goal. Number 1 goal, if you want to build momentum, is to hit your numbers. How many conversations have you initiated today? How many presentations have you performed this week? How many new clients have you signed up, right? This work, the numbers here, everything in service of these numbers should account for 75% of your time spent in your business if, again, you are hoping to build momentum. If you are at a place where you aren't making a great deal of money and you're trying to increase your money so that your cash flow, so that you are able to maybe cut back on your regular job so that you could do your business more full time, whatever that might look like for you, the majority of your time, 75% at least, needs to be spent on these things, because these are the things that lead most directly to you making money, right? Now, everything else, the other 25%, everything else needs to fit into that, and it needs to be as leveraged and streamlined as possible, right? So that you have as much time as possible to account for the time you need to spend on these primary goals, hitting those numbers for conversations, presentations, and signups. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room here. We at AttractWell have systems, we have automations, we have highly sophisticated capabilities that matches any legacy provider you can find out there that gives you what you need to show up and grow online. So what about all of that stuff that you know you want or you know you need? Where do we spend our time with that? Let's talk for a moment about active versus passive strategies for marketing and business development. Remember, all of this is in service of building momentum. So this isn't necessarily how you are going to operate 100% of the time for the rest of your time in business. I will get into more of what those breakdowns look like here shortly. So active versus passive. We want to be clear on this because we want to know when we're doing work, what our work is doing for our business, right? So active building, as you might assume, these are income producing activities. This is going to be networking. So that's creating opportunities for conversations. It's booking presentations or booking strategy calls, right? Whatever that might look like, or getting requests for quote, just depending on how you structure your business and what you offer. Delivering presentations, having those calls, being able to actually present the sales opportunity, following up if someone needs time and doesn't close immediately, and then of course getting them signed up, signed on, etc., so that you can start serving that client. Passive marketing is everything else. So this is creating content for things like blog, podcasts, social posts, sending newsletters, sharing promotions, any kind of education or engagement you participate in for your audience, list syndication, etc. And then ultimately creating those leverage tools like the things that are your website or things connected to it, funnels, etc. Okay? Active and passive. Both of these are incredibly but they need to ebb and flow proportionally based on your goals. So what that looks like is You've got a percentage that you want to shoot for one versus the other, depending on what you want to get done. So if your goal is to launch your business or to build momentum, build up toward a stable and consistent income, build your pipeline up, you want to make sure that you're spending at least 75% of your time on those numbers, on those income producing activities. The other 25% you can spend on projects and passive marketing. If your goal is to maintain your existing business, you have stable income, your business is running, and you are on maintenance, right? You aren't trying to hustle, you're not trying to launch something new. You are going to have a 50% allotment to spend on your numbers, right? So you are still getting new clients and customers. You are still initiating conversations because you don't want to drop the ball with that pipeline. The best time to dig a well is before you are thirsty. The best time to plant a garden is before you are hungry. You want to make sure that you are continuing to nurture your pipeline. So spend half of your time on your income producing activities and half of your time on those projects and passive marketing. Now, if you have a full business or practice, your schedule is full, maybe you're at a point where you are struggling to kind of negotiate with the exchange of time for money and you need to be working differently, your goal is to create leverage and increase your ability to control your time so that you can serve more people in less time, or just simply get more from your business with increased free time. This looks like spending 30% of your time on your IPAs. Now, there is a caveat here. If you are someone who has been putting in the work for years and you have reliable, passive, or paid traffic, where people are regularly coming to visit the pages on your website, opting in for freebies, your blog is getting traffic from SEO and backlinks and other sources. If you are getting enough, right, hitting your numbers such that you are getting enough sales, you are closing enough deals, you are getting enough leads into the pipeline on a passive basis, and this is possible. It does take time to get there though. Until you have that figured out passively and it's happening on its own, you do still want to make sure that you are spending 30% of your time on your numbers. The rest of your time you spend on projects and on passive marketing. And of course, if you are looking to remove yourself from your business in a more active way, you can be creating systems so you can hire someone to follow those steps on your behalf so that you are only showing up in your business where it's most impactful. So once you're clear on what action your business needs from you, you can then create a list of the supporting structures that you want to create. So different funnels or new offers, etc. So from there, you're able to plan your projects, right? We aren't being reactive, we're being proactive and responding to what our business actually needs because we have fulfilled the basic needs first, right? And of course, if you don't want to build, outsource. We've got a great team and our community is incredibly resourceful. There's lots of great examples floating around of folks who are doing just about anything you could imagine with AttractWell. So let's recap. First, we want to make sure that we are clear on what we want and the income that is required to achieve it. Then we need to get real with ourselves about the amount of time we are actually willing to spend focused on this work. Then we want to set ourselves up to succeed by setting those goals, making the first ones achievable so that you can stay engaged and excited and in action. Make sure you're adding dates to those milestones and plan real celebrations. Take yourself out for a dinner or a massage or whatever your love language is. Do a gift to yourself and celebrate this, or celebrate it with someone that you love. Either way, what you want to make sure that you're doing here is activating some reward centers in your brain for having done the work, done the uncomfortable thing, because that is the thing that's going to help to keep you motivated. You're sort of gamifying the work. Then you want to make sure that you set and hit your numbers every single week. And those numbers being the right number of conversations that lead to presentations that lead to sales. And then make sure that you're managing your time, active versus passive split, according to your goals right now. So whether your goals are to build momentum, to sustain your business, or to create leverage, make sure that you are working that split accordingly. Now, are you ready to create your best year yet? With AttractWell, we have what you need to get it all done. And you will find everything that you need to get all of this done all under one roof. So this Black Friday, you won't just find the best deals on business tools. You'll also find the how-to and support to put them to smart use. So stick around and learn how you can score big this season and set yourself up for your best year yet. Whether you're just getting started or you're already a valued member of the AttractWell community, we have some incredible things to share with you today. And make sure that you stick around to the end, especially if you're already with us with AttractWell. There's some exciting stuff that you're going to want to know about. So we're giving away the AttractWell Pipeline Igniter, the Client Funnel Challenge, courses, groups, and memberships. That is an entire step-by-step program. We have the Launch Challenge, which is a huge comprehensive program. We have one-on-one calls with our experts, including yours truly. We're giving that away. You have your own custom website, free two-way texting, free custom domain, free month of AttractWell, unlimited vaults and classes so you can reach and teach your heart out, and bonus marketing credits for the life of your account. Marketing credits being the internal currency in AttractWell that allows you to send emails and texts. All right, so that's some of what we're giving away. Now, if you're new to AttractWell, here's what you'll get when you get started at any plan level. So the Pipeline Igniter, this is a course, and we've got such incredible reviews that you can find on our website about this. The AttractWell Pipeline Igniter is designed to help you launch your business or practice and fill your pipeline in under 3 weeks. This is a no-nonsense approach so that you know what to offer to whom right now so you can finally start seeing results. You'll learn how to get your next client and turn that one into dozens quickly, and shift from seeking clients to being sought after for your results. You'll be able to spend more time working with clients and less time worrying about finding more of them when you follow the simple system that is included in the Pipeline Igniter. If you ever have felt stuck in communicating your value, launching a new offer, or figuring out how to transition from I work with people one-on-one to I have my own program to I have a group program and so on, this is where you want to go. It is such a great use of your time and it is completed pretty quickly. You can actually move through this really quickly with action steps included. Then we have our classic Client Funnel Challenge. With this, you are able to end the feast or famine cycle in your coaching or consulting business permanently. You'll be able to move prospects from curious to qualified to booked automatically. And that's booked on calls with you, right? Getting those numbers out of the way, using this to get people who are ready to say yes to sitting down with you where you have an opportunity to close. You'll use our proven system to put you on appointments with people who are ready to work with you and finally generate a steady flow of leads on autopilot so you can get your time back. You'll be able to make your offer a total no-brainer to the clients that you most want to work with because they have been through the system that you'll set up as a result of this challenge. Now we also have, and this one is huge, how to build your program, membership, or community, or your online course. This is a way for you to take your course, your coaching program, or your membership online quickly and easily with simple, easy, doable steps. You'll be able to organize and plug in your course content so it flows and produces results, curate the ideal course experience for your clients, and set your course up to sell the way you want it. And finally, seal the gaps so you can increase sales and client success. This is a one-stop shop for anything that you might offer that you want to put on the other side of a login on your website. I am so excited for you to take advantage of this. Now, we also have the Launch Challenge. This is the complete digital blueprint for your whole business, focusing on the 4 systems that run your business. This includes targeted training, templates to help you launch and streamline your online presence, lead your pipeline, fill it, and grow with your pipeline to create a sales process that is successful, and of course, have client onboarding that works to streamline how you get people started, along with maintenance systems to run everything that you need, all inside of AttractWell. This is the most comprehensive thing that you're going to find here, and it is something that you're going to want to reference on an ongoing basis. We offered this previously, and it was a huge hit, and we are so excited to include this when you get started with us during Black Friday. But that's not all. When you get started at basic and higher monthly, right? So if you're getting started with a monthly plan, you will be able to have 3 whole months of unlimited vaults and classes. That's a $51 value. You can start setting up your programs while you're still on your trial. You can get the word out with 200 extra marketing credits per month for the life of your AttractWell account. You'll also only pay $1 for your first whole month. So if you're looking for serious growth and even bigger savings, check out our annual plans. These are such a great deal. You get a whole month of AttractWell for free. You get a whole year of unlimited vaults and classes for free. You can power your communication with 1,000 extra marketing credits per month for the life of your account. Again, that's that internal currency that we use to send emails, texts, and media messages to our list. And sometimes we use up our allotment. If we have a lot to say, this gives you that extra padding, and it is invaluable. This lasts for the life of your account. You'll be able to brand your website easily with a complimentary domain name or email address. And our annual plans come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. You'll also be able to receive preferred pricing on migration and other done-for-you services. We are also offering a couple of exclusive bonuses here. You can work with us to create your tech strategy for your business on a dedicated one-on-one call. This is available to all new annual members at Premium and Higher. And you can also choose to work with us, and that's actually me specifically, to create a digital strategy for your business on a dedicated one-on-one call if you sign up as a new annual Pro or Diamond member. So if you want to learn about these, if you're new to AttractWell, head over to attractwell.com right now to learn more and get started. Now, if you already use and love AttractWell, thank you for sticking around. You're going to love what I'm about to share with you. So first, we have our 3 for 3 promo. So for a limited time, and this is up to a $600 value, you can win 3 one-on-one calls with our experts. So what we'll do here, how we'll take advantage of this, is in the month of November, during our Black Friday promo, you're going to refer at least 3 friends to AttractWell using your referral link from inside your AttractWell account. Now, when January rolls around, so long as 3 of those referred friends are still active users of AttractWell, you'll be able to get 3 30-minute one-on-one calls with Pam to work on your design, or you could have a 160-minute one-on-one call with me to work on your strategy, your design, or any number of different things. That's a $600 value. You get it for absolutely free just for referring your friends who stick around for a couple of months. Pretty cool, right? Now, finally, this is the most exciting thing we have done yet this year. This is the AttractWell Impact Amplifier Academy. We have never offered this before. The degree to which we are offering the stuff that's here is unheard of for us. There are things in here that I have only ever taught to private clients, and everything is in here for the taking. The Impact Amplifier Academy, you're going to get 70% off. You get lifetime access to everything that's in it. This is proven. It's powered by my Jawbreaker method. That's something that you'll learn a little bit more in a video that I'll make sure that you have access to here. The Jawbreaker method is something that I have followed with my clients for years that produces phenomenal results. So the Impact Amplifier Academy is built on the Jawbreaker method, and you're going to go through in order and build out exactly what your business needs. And it's just so cool and logical how everything clicks together. This will also include a 6-week live small group intensive that starts in January. This is where we'll have the opportunity to work together in targeted sessions in a small group, referencing the material here in these workshops in the academy, and you will benefit so greatly from the accountability and the live support that's available there for you. There are bonuses included in this alone worth almost $3,700, including done for you services. Do you want to check this out or no? It's incredible, right? There are limited seats for this. This is not something we're just going to let sell and sell and sell. This will be a small group. And so we have to keep it small. So if this is something that you want to check out, if you want to transform your results in the coming year, you want to make a bigger impact, grow your income, and do this on your terms, we have everything you need. And again, including coaching and done for you, and it's all 70% off. So there's a link in the description, and you could also go to attractwell.com if this is live right now as you're watching this, and we are live releasing this on Thursday on Thanksgiving 2023. So you should be able to go to AttractWell right now and check this out. Take advantage of this. There is so much here for you, whether you are just getting started and you'd like to just dip your toes in the water, get started for $1, try us out for a year with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Either way, make sure you check out the Impact Amplifier so that you can take advantage of this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get that savings, the support, the templates, and done-for-you services, right? All right, so go check it out. I hope you have a phenomenal holiday if you're celebrating. We look forward to seeing you next week on our regularly scheduled office hours call. We'll see you then.